How's it going, guys? It's I, Nepeta, and today we are back with another episode. It's something new. I'm thinking of doing a game review of Cyberpunk because there's a lot of people that did it. I just thought, why not give my own opinion as a person who played the game in 2020 for the first time, 2022 for the first time actually. So yeah, here's my thoughts. Let's get into my first opinion of the game. Before I even bought it, I thought that the game would have a lot more bugs than it actually did. And I was surprised to see how good they came back from all the bugs and stuff, fixing it, and because the game basically has none in. And the few bugs and glitches and other stuff that shouldn't be in the game, I feel like has become part of it. Like there's a few things that I just thought were hilarious when it happened, even though it's not supposed to happen. So in actuality, I would think that they would leave that in the game because it gave the game character. It's something that most games, the funnest in most games is to exploit it, I think. Because I come from Destiny 2, where there's been lots of glitches, especially if you know Destiny 2. Like the one ray that comes to mind when you say glitches and bugs and stuff is probably Spire of Stars, which is not around anymore. But when it was a shit show. But me and my friends had the most fun time playing around with that and trying to complete it because it put uh, a certain characteristic to it. It gave the raid more charm than all the others because all the others were basic and they didn't have glitches and bugs and stuff. So they ran smoothly, but there's nothing that went wrong and where you can scream, it's going to sound bad, but where you shout at your friends because you give them the blame. And that was just the most fun I've ever had in a game. And it's the same with this. There's were a lot of bugs. Probably most of you have not seen them because a huge one I got um, is the crackling sound. And I don't blame the game. I think that's my it's this shitty one. It's meant for PlayStation, so I don't think it can handle the hurts of Cyberpunk. But it was still fun. I played the game through it. It didn't phase me that much because most of the time you would hear it is just when I was driving my bike. Granted, most of the fun things happened when I was driving my bike through the city and I just spun out or whatever, or glitched out actually sometimes, where I just jump over things that I wasn't supposed to and got stuck in random places. Now, with characters in the game, I would say they did all the characters pretty well. All of them are easy to remember. You won't forget them easily. Their dialogue were just spectacular. There's humor, drama, sadness, whatever. When Jackie died, um, it was just it's so much fun to interact with these characters because each of them technically have their own personality, and they did that very well, in my opinion. And I haven't played a game so far that had that good of a NPC based dialogue and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely up there for me with characters, especially like Johnny, and Keanu Reeves played him, and just the things he said and all the quotes he had and whatever. It was it was really funny. Um, Another aspect that I really like about this game is your character doesn't have a set dialogue, and depending on your decisions, you uh, encounter other people, and your whole circumstances change depending on which route you choose to take. But the route's not obvious because normally with these types of games, you would have skill levels, and the skills would show under the dialogue which skill you would use and stuff. But with most of the main uh, dialogue, you wouldn't even know that because mostly the side dialogue where you just ask questions to find out more stuff and things, would take the actual skill based um, the skills. If you know what I mean. I can't explain that well. My English isn't my first language. But yeah, I really enjoyed that as well. And the graphics, yeah, don't even get me started. I don't have the best graphics card, so in the beginning I was running on high quality graphics. But A few of the scenes were then a bit late. The dialogue was uh, a bit off because it took a while for the characters to load in their dialogue because of the graphics. Because I only have a 1050 Ti, I think, and they recommend for high graphics at least or 1070. So I later on, I think probably most of you would have seen it if you are a PC gamer. I changed it to medium graphics, but still it was spectacular. Like I've never seen that good of graphics in a game. Not even, in my opinion, Call of Duty and all those other games, even the new Modern Warfare, don't have this amazing graphics like this game. I think the thing that helped this game the most was the neon lights, because I think there's just something else with high graphics and neon lights, because it just gives this atmosphere to the game, and no other game has accomplished that, in my opinion, like Cyberpunk. Well, none, at least that I've played. Most of you have probably played some better games. I don't like to spend money on games because I'm broke. So yeah, most of my games I wait till they're free or like discounted. Like if you go to Steam now, I think it might still be discounted. In South Africa, it's like I don't know, $1,000. It's now 1,000 rand for the game or something. But it was marked off to 400 rand, and that weekend I worked and I got enough money to buy the game at least because I really liked the game. I saw people talking about it, and the anime, of course, helped, as a lot of people see. Because the thing is, with Cyberpunk, before I started playing, I didn't have a concept of what the game was based around. I didn't know what was going on in the game, and when before I started looking into that, because I don't like to spoil the campaign and stuff, I like to experience that myself. Otherwise, what's the point of a game? I started seeing people complaining about all the bugs and glitches and how it ruins the whole experience of the game. So I just scrapped the idea of buying it, and I just didn't. I forgot the game existed till the anime came out, and I watched one episode of the Rad Brad and his playthrough, and I just fell in love with the whole concept and genre of the game, the futuristic genre, and just decided to see how much it was, and it was marked off, so I got it, I guess. Um, Speaking of genre, the whole futuristic genre, this is probably the best game under that category that you will ever find until probably the near future. Because this game just did everything well. It didn't go too over complex. It just simpled everything down, just bumped it a little bit, and we got all the guns, weapon, gear that isn't that hard to make reality. You know what I mean? It's not that hard to imagine yourself in that reality. Like another example of this futuristic genre that just crashed and failed: Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I think, yeah. I don't know. I haven't played any of those. Um, they just crashed and burned because they wanted to make it more complicated than necessary. They, like I said, Cyberpunk kept it simplistic. It isn't that hard for you to imagine yourself in that scenario, in that future, in that reality. Where Advanced Warfare, some of the things were just the guns, for example. The guns they just overdid, like just change a few things because it's technically in the near future, but they just overcomplified. They didn't simplify the whole concept of that. So that's why I think they crashed and burned. But yeah, I really, I really like this type of genre now. After playing it once, I am gonna play more Cyberpunk. I didn't finish the side missions, and I still want to finish that because I just enjoy the game in the whole. And I really recommend, if you haven't played it yet or are considering buying it, I would recommend you do so because it's not a waste of money anymore. It's actually a really good game, and I really think that most people will enjoy it, especially the whole concept behind the futuristic part of it. I am excited to see what um, the developer, what's their name, Raid something. What do they do in the future? I really love their graphic system, everything. I hope they bring out another futuristic game like this. The only ones that I've seen pull off this great of a game. There are other genres that are coming out in the futuristic, like Shatterline and stuff. So hopefully we're moving in that direction, because each year, each few years, it changes. It went from futuristic to the past, like World War One, World War Two, and stuff. Battlefield, Call of Duty, and now it's at the modern times again, Call of Duty Modern Warfare and stuff. So I think the next step is gonna be the future again, and I'm really excited for that because I'm hoping I know they're bringing out new DLCs and stuff for the game, but if they are busy constructing a new game that has this same format of futuristic genre and stuff, I would really enjoy that because I really enjoy. I can't um, say how much I enjoy this game. And please, Modern Warfare, or one of Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, your whole franchise, stay in the present past, not the future. You can't do that anymore. You've ruined your chances for that, because if you bring out the next game like that, people will already have low expectations of the game. So I just recommend that. The only futuristic games you brought out that were good were Black Ops and stuff, but I know they've got two different studios working on it. It's Activision one, and then some other studio that did Black Ops. The Black Ops studio good for future, other one not so much. Um, yeah, that's basically all I have to say. This game has I still think it's on a special. I don't know, but I highly recommend checking out if it is, if you still want the game. It is a good game. If you get it now, the next expansions and stuff they said were gonna be free. So this game's price is probably gonna skyrocket once that comes out, because you'll get the whole package with the base game. Because they have a lot of plans like multiplayer and stuff for this game, and I think this can probably become the next GTA 5 multiplayer, because this game's just amazing. And honestly, I think most people are tired of GTA 5's multiplayer, and this will just give you a new aspect of that type of multiplayer, and I really think people will enjoy it. In any case, if you guys enjoyed this video of me just rambling on about the game, it's the first one I've ever made like this. I really enjoyed this game so much that I decided to do this. Maybe I'll do it in the future if the game is good enough for me to actually finish and for me to have opinions on stuff. Hopefully my English will get better throughout the years. I think my English is not that bad, but it's not my home language, so I can express myself way more through my home language. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you guys next one. Cheers!